Hi everyone, welcome back. In the last video, we explored how to use my Filament dynamic settings package in a single tenant application. Today we'll take it a step further and see how it works in a multi-tenant setup. So, as you can see, uh, I have already set up a Filament application with two panels, admin and app, where app is a multi-tenant application and admin will be the panel where we can manage the settings for different apps, right? So now before diving into the demo, let me quickly explain what changes when using this package in a multi-tenant environment, right? So first of all, obviously each tenant will have its own settings compatible with Filament multi-tenant applications, so meaning that it has the same database, same table with the identifier of tenant. Secondly, admin can define global settings for all the tenant applications, right? So we'll explore how we can do that as well. And also we don't need to worry about defining the tenant, meaning the system will automatically detect if it is configured as multi-tenant. It will automatically detect the panel and load settings accordingly. So let's go and set up the things. So first of all, you need to install the package. Let me install it and let me zoom it. Okay, so let me install the package. Yes, would you like to no, that's it. So if I go and see here you the settings page, so here you can see I have a multi-tenant configuration, right? So now let me, for that we need to go to our configuration Filament dynamic setting, which will be automatically published. So currently we will be working on multi-tenant application, so I will make it true. And which is our tenant model? For now our tenant model is if you see here inside models, it's team, so I need to import that class team. So panels where settings are shared globally, I'll talk about this in a second. So what is our column name? Let's make it team ID, and then the relation should be let me go to user. I don't know what is the relation I have defined. Okay, it's teams, right? Means I can say team. Perfect. So now these four are the configuration for the multi-tenant applications, right? So after that we'll talk about this, or we have almost discussed about this in the previous video as well. So I need to rerun my migration because it has already, I'll just roll back, sorry, I'll just run a fresh migration for now, and I have seeded the database. So this user is on both of our applications, right? So okay, app does not have, sorry, I have defined only here, I think. Okay, so I have dashboard, and here I am also in same user is on these two applications. Perfect. So now the first thing that we need to do is we need to register our plugin package, right? So if I go to app panel provider, this panel, so I will register here plugin new Filament dynamic settings plugin. That's it, right? So here now I can see both manage settings as well as settings page. So whereas settings is the resources and manage settings is the page. So what we want is we don't want settings to be configured by users, right? So we can easily handle that. If I go to Filament here, and if I go down here, I have the navigation registration where resource should be exclude on panel. So which panel I want to exclude this is my app panel, right? This is the ID of that panel that you get from your panel provider ID. So I don't want this to be here. Yes, so now I only have managed settings. So if I go to team 2, same here, I only have manage settings. Similarly, I want that thing here in admin panel too. So if I go to admin panel provider and I will register my plugin here, new Filament dynamic settings plugin, that's it. And same, now I will get both here, resource as well as manage settings. So now what I need to do is I need to go to admin and I want to exclude page on this resource because I don't want that to be here. Perfect. So now the next thing that we need to do is I need to make this. If you see here I can't see any type of tenant applications here, right? So I can just see how I can create a settings, but if it will just create a settings where there is no any team. So for that I have one config global panels. So this means the panel switches where all the settings are shared globally, meaning that I want this admin panel to be that panel where I can see or manage the settings for all my tenant applications. So now I can say admin is that panel. I can refresh this. Oh, okay, I am getting some error. Tenant relation should be tenant, I think. Yes, I think it's the relation here. If I go to user, user belongs to many team, get tenants and tenants. Okay, so if I go to here new settings, now I can see those two. So let me just show you one demo. So I want to create the setting for team 1, general settings, key, let's say it should be app name. What type of key I want? Text input, its label should be your, let's say your app name. Description is the helper text that we already discussed in the last video, right? And I can add the validation too. So if I create it here, now I can see this is for the tenant 1. Similarly, okay, let me just go back here. So I am on tenant 2 if you see here with the ID or team 2. So I can't see any kind of settings. If I go to tenant 1 and go here, yes, now I can see the your app name here. Perfect. Similarly, now I can create another setting for, let's say, team 2. Let's say same, everything is same, but the module is different. Text input, let's say your app name. Great, let's see. So I have the general settings here, and if I go here in the app settings, I have the application settings. Perfect. So this is how we can create them. And regarding the validation, for now if I try to save it, it's saving. So we can always create our validation here, which we have also discussed in the last video. Save changes. Now if I try to save, the your app name is required. So, and yeah, that's how you can use this plugin in multi-tenant application. I think it's flexible, simple, and keeps your settings organized.